Hey there, it's Matt, and there's just this unnecessarily complicated thing about connecting your personal Google account to Make.com or NNN. And this video is gonna basically save you hours of setting this up manually. If you look at Google, there's a bunch of articles and videos about this, and I basically compiled everything here. So if you follow it step by step, you are gonna not worry about this anymore. It's just a one-time setup that's gonna last you basically forever. All right, so let's get that out of the way. So basically, if you're done with your automation or you want to start connecting your Google Sheets, Google Drive, and Gmail to these automation platforms, first things first, you gotta go to Cloud Console, and the first one should be the one that you're looking for, which is Google Cloud Console. Now, I'm gonna start from scratch using my other account so that you are gonna see the actual process, right? It's probably going to prompt you to, sign up, and all you need to do is just, accept the terms. You're not going to pay for anything, right? Select create or select a project. The new project, then you can name this whatever you want. Let's say automation. And then a notification will come up here telling you that the project is being created. Then select project. Make sure that the project appears here. And then you're going to see a bunch of stuff here. This is the dashboard. And keep in mind that you don't need to like memorize any of the terms here. Just follow things that I'm going to do here and you should be good to go. Then go to APIs and services, enabled APIs and services. So Google is kind of strict with the services that other apps can use. And it's for good reason. All right. So here in the API library, you can select the workspace apps that other apps can use, like Google Drive, Google Calendar, Gmail, Google Sheets. So for this tutorial, we're just going to stick with Google Sheets for now. Select on enable, but you're basically going to enable all the apps that you want other platforms to use. So if you want to use Gmail, go to the Gmail API and service, and so on. All right, that should be good. Now let's go to credentials. And in credentials, you're going to create one. Go to OAuth client ID and then configure consent screen. This is the first step. This is basically the sign up screen we're creating. Right, let's make this automation. It can be whatever you want, and then select the email that you have. Select on external. This internal option is mainly for people who have Google Workspace emails. If you don't know what a Google Workspace email is, you probably shouldn't even bother. Go to external, then type in the email address you just typed or selected there. Then click I agree, then create. Right, while that is going on, we're now going to configure or create our OAuth client. Again, you don't need to know that. Then select the application type. It's going to be web application. Then here's the important part. All right, the authorized redirect URIs. So I've got a bunch here, and I'm going to put this in the description. So I'm just going to copy all of this here. So for anyone wondering, these are the links from Make, and before they were actually called Integromat, right? And then finally, there's one more that we need to add. So when you go to your NNN, for example, I've got this simple workflow, and when you add a new credential, create a new credential, OAuth 2, there's a OAuth redirect URL here. Just copy this one, paste it here, and this should allow you to connect to your NNN. Now you need a client ID and client secret. Let's start configuring that one. Let's create. There we go. So as I mentioned, it's asking us for our client ID. Just copy this over to your NNN. And we'll set that up with make later. So it's asking us to sign in with Google, but not yet, all right? Because we haven't configured everything. All right, now let's go to audience. And here is the important part. All right, this is like the re-record of the previous tutorial that I made. Just making sure that it is published, right? Push to production. The reason is if you set this as testing, it's gonna require you to sign in over and over again every 7 days. So just making sure that it says in production will like basically save you a ton of hours and a ton of headache, right? As mentioned, we set it as external, and then after that, it should be the last thing is data access, right? So remember, we enabled Google Sheets, right? Just type in Sheets, Google Sheets API, then update. Verification required. A restricted scope was added to verify your app. It will need to go through the verification process. All right. If this warning shows up on your end, don't worry about that. All right. Just click on save. Now, that should like be good to go. Data access changes saved. We've configured every single part of this, right? All right. So making sure that, all right, this one. So don't forget in your branding, I didn't configure this, but it was here. Just in case that it isn't here, make sure to add make.com, integromat.com, and railway.app just to be sure. Then your developer contact information should be here. And after that, you should be good to go. If we try and sign in with Google this time, it's gonna redirect you to this page where you can select. Oh, sorry. I should have selected the account that I just specified a while ago. All right. Then don't worry if you receive the screen because we switched it over to production. Just go to advanced and then go to railway.app and save. Then now it's asking you to get access for your Google account. Just select all, then continue. There we go. So it got successfully connected. And let's try to, connect to it. So Gmail account 6. Actually, hold on. Just to show you that it works. Right. So I actually, signed in for my Gmail and we haven't configured that yet. So go to Google Sheets, create new credential. You're just going to do the same thing, right? I'm going to get my client ID and client secret in clients and then web client 1. Then you're going to see it here if you ever miss that part, right? I'm just going to copy that. Copy this. Oh, sorry, I saved it, but make sure to sign in with Google. And then again, you're going to get redirected to that page. Select the account that you just used. In advanced, go to railway.app. There we go. All right. So the ones that we're checking there were the scopes that we configured in our Google Cloud Console. So if you look at, data access, the ones we provided access to is see, edit, create all your Google spreadsheets. And that's how Google maintains security, privacy with your, apps. All right, let's go back here, making sure everything is good. And there we go. So now, Google Drive API has not been used in project before or it's disabled. Enable it by visiting. All right. So for some reason, when you use Google Sheets in NNN, you gotta enable your Google Drive. So Again, just the same thing. You're going to go to enable APIs and services, enable APIs and services, and then search for Drive. And then select Google Drive API. Then let's enable this. You know what? Let's just enable the other ones as well. Because a ton of your automations will probably handle Google Drive, Gmail, and just make sure to enable all of them here, right? For example, Gmail as well. And let's enable that as well. Right, and then after that, the only thing left is just go to credentials, go to web client 1 or whatever you configured, data access, then add or remove scopes. Then search for Gmail, select all rows. I think there's more here. Select, then update, then add the drive. Then update. You should see all of them here. All right. All good. Then save. And then now, when we try and go back here, there we go. So it worked. You got to be a little bit patient with these, but as you can see, we can now connect to our Google account, Google Sheets. Let's even try Drive. Get share drive, or yeah, hold on. Right, so if we go, there we go. So now, oh, it can't access the token. What we're gonna do, oh wait, I'm using a different Google Drive. Yeah, so I mean, you get the point, right? I've got a lot of Google Drive accounts here, and that's why it's messing everything up. But after that, you should be good to go. And then finally, let's just go to make. And the good thing about it is I think they made it a lot easier for us to sign in, just sign in with Google, right? I don't know if this is going to work, right? It says message not found. Don't worry about that. Just wait for it. If this doesn't work, I have another way. Continue. Make already has some access. See the 4 services. Continue. All right. Is that easy? They don't even need to require the client ID and client secret. But in case that you still can't access your account here, just click on add, then show advanced settings, and then put the client ID and client secret here, and then sign in with Google. Same as how we did it in N8N. And that's basically it. Like, I save you a ton of headache and a ton of hours. I promise you, like, just do it, and then you should be good to go for weeks and weeks, right? So if you've got any questions, make sure to comment down below or message me and I'll personally help you. Right? Thanks for watching.